here. Well, at 165, Isaac Bass, the high school teammate of Sparkman, 8-9 on the season, will either wrestle Noah Grover, 2-2, or Derek Holcomb, 2-3. And at 174, Dylan Barrero, 14-9 on the season. He'll wrestle either Kyle Kramer, 0-1, or Austin Weigel, 6-4. And then at 184 for the Golden Flash, it's Colin McCracken makes his Mid-American Conference debut, 6-9 on the year. He'll wrestle Brett Perry, 4-3 for the Buffalo Bulls. And we'll finish off with another key matchup, a battle of former NCAA qualifiers. For the Golden Flash is 19th ranked Kyle Cannell, 8-2 on the season, and he'll battle Joe Ariola, 5-4 on the season. Ariola, a NCAA qualifier a year ago, and Kyle Cannell, an NCAA qualifier 2 years ago, taking last year off from wrestling. Again, the Golden Flash is off to their best start, 6-1 on the season. Wins over Lake Erie, Mercyhurst, Utah Valley, Virginia, Hofstra, and Cleveland State. The lone loss coming to number 2 ranked Ohio State down in Columbus back on November 21st, a 38-9 loss to the Buckeyes, a very tough team. So we are awaiting the national anthem, and then the captains will meet in the center of the mat and determine who will get choices in the odds and even matches. So let's talk about two key matchups here between Kent State and Buffalo that could very well determine who wins this duel. At 133, again, a battle of NCAA qualifiers. Anthony Tutelo, 14-6 versus 16th ranked Brian Lantry, 3-2 on the young season. So that'll be the third match of the day. Again, we're starting at heavyweight, and then we'll go down to the lower weights and finish at 197. And 197, the other key matchup with Kyle Cannell versus Joe Ariola. Again, a battle between NCAA qualifiers. Well, we'll see if Devin Nye can get the Golden Flashes off to a good start. Nye leads the team in pins with 5 already of his 14 wins. Last year also led the team in pins. But a very tough opponent, Jake Gunning, the defending MAC champion, is 4-1, ranked 20th in the country. That again could sway this duel in either direction. The Buffalo Bulls on the season, 2-3. This Friday they hosted Michigan State, and they were trailing with 3 matches to go, 1 out, to tie the duel. However, they end up losing the duel on criteria. It came down to total points scored, and the Spartans had 63, the Bulls just 58. So Michigan State wins the duel 18-17. And what Buffalo's head coach John Stutzman called a heartbreaking loss as we pause for the national anthem. So again, the Golden Flash is opening up Mid-American Conference action. Buffalo has already wrestled one within the conference as they took on the Ohio Bobcats and came away with a very impressive 27-9 victory back in November. Your Kent State Golden Flashes are coached by Jim Andersey, Coach Andersey in his 15th season. assisted by Matt Hill in his 10th year, Danny Mitchell his second season, and Cole Baxter his first season as the volunteer assistant. The Buffalo Bulls, coached by John Stutzman in his 5th season, assisted by Boomer Fetchko his 3rd season, Austin Marsden his 1st season, and the administrative assistant is Patty Kindren for the Buffalo Bulls. So as we await the coin flip from the captains, today's official will be Kent Intagliata. So once he's ready to get things started, we'll have the coin flip determine who gets choices in the odds and even matches. And we'll get started here in the Mack Center. Well, again, the matchup last year, Buffalo's only victory over Kent State in the last 13 meetings. They won it 23-12. The young Golden Flashes had a tough go at it last year, is getting their feet wet. They had lost 7 seniors the year before, and not an easy task to replace. But this season off to a 6-1 start, so the youngsters starting to get their feet under them, and they're still young. Majority of the starting lineup underclassmen. Majority of the team will be back next season. They would only lose Will Bardisbin, the transfer from Boise State at 125. But everybody else in the starting lineup for the Golden Flashes will be back next year, and that's for a team that's already 6-1. 9th place finish at the Navy Classic back on November 19th. Then they went to the Cliff Keen Invitational, very tough wrestling tournament out in Las Vegas, and took 35th. They were led by Bardisbin. Bardisbin had a very nice weekend at the Cliff Keens, earning 3. He started 3-0, and was very impressive early on. Finished 3-2, but a great start for Bardisbin as he gets his feet wet here in Kent. Now came all the way over from the state of Washington. Again, wrestling at Boise State, then called the coaching staff and said, hey, I'm coming over. I'm coming to wrestle my final season with the Golden Flashes. So while they finish up the starting lineups here, we will take a break and come back, let you know whose choices is odds and evens, and then we will get this dual match started with Kent State and Buffalo, again starting at heavyweights. So hang on, we'll be back on the Kent State Sports Network.
It's your appetite, so treat it right. Hungry Howie's flavored crust pizza tonight.
What makes Hungry Howie's Pizza taste so great? The original flavored crust. 8 delicious flavors in all, and it's only at Hungry Howie's. Along with 100% real mozzarella cheese and pizza dough made fresh daily in every store. But we don't stop there. Try a unique calzone-style oven-baked sub, made with pizza dough and baked to a hearty golden brown. There's great-tasting hot and spicy buffalo-style chicken wings, hot buttered garlic bread topped with Parmesan or a blend of 3 cheeses, and 4 different fresh, cool, crisp salads, too. All delivered right to your door or ready in no time at the Hungry Howie's nearest you.
Get your favorite flavor, ready to savor. We got the edgy taste, and every loving bite is gonna make you smile. It's Hungry Howie's favorite crust pizza tonight. That's right, so good, out of sight. Wow. Yeah.
The Kent State Golden Flashes. This is iHeartRadio.
So the captain's meeting in the center of the mat, and there's the flip. So Buffalo's choice, and it looks, and Buffalo will choose the odd matches. So Buffalo will get choice first. So Devin Nye and Jake Gunning set to get this duel underway. The Golden Flashes wearing the white singlets with the blue and gold trim, and Buffalo in the royal blue singlets with black. So we're underway. Nye and Gunning. Again, Gunning, the defending Mid-American Conference champion, NCAA qualifier. And he's 4-1 on the year, ranked 20th. Devin Nye, 14-10. A different approach from both programs here. The Golden Flashes, Nye already with 24 matches on the year, and Gunning with only 5, and that's across the board. Pretty much everybody for Buffalo, nobody more than 10 matches, and the Golden Flash is already in the 20s. So we are 45 seconds into the opening period here at heavyweight, and no change. Both wrestlers still trying to feel each other out. Devin Nye picked up a victory for the Golden Flashes in the duel a season ago in the 23-12 loss. So again, both wrestlers working from the tie-up, but no shots yet. There's a faint shot there from Jake Gunning. Went at the right leg, but didn't commit to it. So we're halfway through the opening period in the Mid-American Conference opener for the Kent State Golden Flashes here in the Mack Center. So again, no change in 1 minute, 10 seconds opening period. Again, the periods go 3 minutes first period, 2 minutes second and third period. There's a little half shot there from Gunning, then tries to snap down and still nothing. Now with 48 seconds to go, Gunning looks to pick the pace up a little bit. So Nye defeated Gunning 6-4 a year ago. So Devin Nye definitely has the confidence to defeat the MAC champion as he did so a year ago. 30 seconds remain, first period. We are still scoreless at heavyweight. Gunning looking for that knee pick. Couple of times he's been trying to work the knee pick there on the right side, but not fully committing to it. And it, again, a little half shot there from Gunning. He's trying to pick a knee and grab a leg, but he's not fully committing. Don't want to get stuck under a Devin Nye sprawl. So Nye defers, and Gunning will choose the down position to start period number 2. Off the whistle, Nye goes inside the left arm. Now Gunning tries to pick it up, gets to his feet. There's the escape. Just 9 seconds into the second period. Jake Gunning from Buffalo leads it 1-0. There's a shot, little re-shot, but no change. Still in the neutral position. Gunning had inside tie up there, but Nye backs out of it. So both wrestlers hanging heavy on the head, trying to control the head in order to set up that all-important first takedown of the match. Gunning got that opening takedown a year ago, but then it was all Devin Nye after that, and that 6-4 win. Now Nye takes a half shot. Gunning snaps him down, back to the feet they go. We're halfway through the second period. There's the knee pick. Finally, Gunning able to pick it up, trips the back leg. A sprawl from Nye, and Gunning trying to get around the second leg. Still no change. As Nye continues to fight it off. Now a 2-point takedown as they go out of bounds. Gunning finally able to reach the far ankle with 36 seconds to go now opens up a 3-0 lead. So Nye set on bottom. Gunning will cover on the right side. And a whistle blows. No movement from Nye off the whistle. Now tries to get to his feet. He's up to his feet and breaks the hands, has an escape. 25 seconds to go now, 3-1. Jake Gunning from Buffalo leading it. So Gunning was working that knee pick and finally was able to pick it up and turn it into that takedown. And now 10 seconds remain in the second period. Again, it will be Devin Nye's choice. So you think he would choose bottom. Ride time not a factor at all as the second period ends. So now Nye goes down. And he trails it 3-1. So Nye keeping a strong base. Now tries to step to his feet, trying to break wrists. Does so. Has his second escape of the match. It's 3-2. Gunning leading it. Plenty of time. Nye, the junior from Springfield, Ohio. Again, leads the team in pins with 5. Did so last year as well with 8. Now he takes a shot. Gunning locks up a cradle, though. And so it's a 2-point takedown. That makes it 5-2. But Devin Nye in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to break the hands. Gunning has the cradle in tight. And now he's got him down to his hip. Gunning needs to come off of his knees there and drive over as Nye continuing trying to break the hands and does so. Base is out. So we're halfway through the third period. Another Jake Gunning takedown. 5-2 is the lead. Ride time approaches a minute with 45 seconds to go. Nye's best weekend was at the Clarion Open where he went 5-2. Nye was an academic all-max selection a year ago. So 30 seconds to go. They're pretty close to the out-of-bounds line over by the scoreboard. Finally, Nye able to get out of bounds. And now the riding time is 1 minute and 14 seconds. And Gunning leading at 5-2. 28 seconds remain. Nye off the whistle, able to get to his feet. Gunning lifts and brings him back down to the mat. Oh, Jake Gunning continues to control with now 15 seconds remaining. And barring a miracle here, the Buffalo Bulls will draw first blood. Now 5 seconds remain. And so it's going to be a 6-2 victory for Jake Gunning of the Buffalo Bulls. And the 20th ranked heavyweight defending MAC champion improves to 5-1 on the season. And Buffalo opens with a 3-0 lead over the Golden Flashes. So it will be Kyle Akins for the Buffalo Bulls. Akins 3-2 on the season, the redshirt junior from Sycamore, Illinois. And he'll be wrestling Will Bartisbane, the transfer from Boise State, the fifth-year senior, Chehalis, Washington. Akins the first shot. He's in on the left leg. Sprawl from Bartisbane. Now he locks. He's got an overhook in, a little whizzer action here. Akins trying to check out of it, and he's got the first takedown of the match, so Kyle Akins off to a good start. A 2-0 lead for the junior. Bartisbane up. I tried to throw him there from the back, didn't quite have the momentum working, and with 2 minutes remaining in the first period, a 2-0 lead for Kyle Akins as riding time approaches 30 seconds. Now Akins tries to draw in the right wrist, has Bartisbane's right shoulder down to the mat and right hip as he continues to work from the top position. Again, able to break down Bartisbane on the right side there. Now trying to pull the wrist out. Yeah, Bartisbane trying to get the hand free, unable to do so as of yet. So Bartisbane 12-6 on the season, 3-2 at the Navy Classic, and again at the Cliff Keen. 3 impressive wins to start before dropping his next 2. 1 minute to go. Kyle Akins, a nice ride from the top position already. 1 minute and 30 seconds of riding time in the 2-0 lead on the strength of that early takedown. Bartisbane continues to struggle from the bottom here. Again, right shoulder, right hip down on the mat. And now Bartisbane flattened out as he looks to try and base up. Now we're close to the out-of-bounds line, and Akins looking to turn them. But out of bounds they go, 31 seconds, so a much-needed restart. Now we have blood time. Kyle Akins for Buffalo, little bloody nose here, so we'll step away on the Kent State Sports Network.
PARTA, your Portage Area Regional Transportation Authority, salutes Portage County basketball teams from Little Youth Basketball Leagues through high school to our Golden Flashes. PARTA recognizes the commitment it takes, whether you're a player, coach, pep band member, cheerleader, or parent. PARTA, going your way, all the way, to March Madness with the Kent State University Golden Flashes. Visit PARTA at partaonline.org.
Know how much you're spending and on what each and every month. Know you're on track with your bills and upcoming payments. Know when money is coming in and going out. Know managing your finances is a touchdown with PNC Virtual Wallet. Because when you can see your money clearly, you always know where you stand. PNC Virtual Wallet can help you simplify your finances, track and budget your spending, and save for the future. To get started and open a PNC Virtual Wallet today, visit pnc.com/virtual wallet. PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, and proud sponsor of the PNC Student Athletic Achiever. PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC.
The Kent State Golden Flashes, this is iHeartRadio.
And we're back. Kent State wrestling here in the Mack Center as the Golden Flashes battling the Buffalo Bulls. We are in the second match of 10. And the 125-pound weight class, Kyle Akins leading Will Bartisbane of Kent State 2-0. And a nice switch there from Bartisbane. Akins able to find a leg. Now we're neutral as Bartisbane gets his one, so nice switch there. Caught Akins off guard. Now Bartisbane looks to spin around here from the short offense here. 8 seconds to go. Akins doing a nice job of facing, and Bartisbane going to run out of time, but he did get an escape, so the first period ends. So that all-important restart for Bartisbane, able to get the one. And Akins defers with the 2-1 lead. 2 minutes and 4 seconds of riding time in that opening period for Kyle Akins. So Bartisbane down. His position there was a little bit of a sit out. Then he decided just to go back to his base as he's trying to get some hand control so he can come up. Heads down on the mat. And Akins throws a half in as Bartisbane tried to roll over. And he's rolling again, now a sit out, and Bartisbane is out, but nice job of Akins to follow, and Bartisbane's got to bail out there. So it looked as if Will was going to get out there, but Akins doing a nice job of following the switches, the rolls, and he continues to control from the top position. Now a bar on the left side. He's on the right side. Tried to go bar on the left side, then gave it up. 1 minute, 5 seconds now in the second period. And again, Bartisbane looking to switch, but dangerous, very dangerous there as he exposed his back for just a split second, but didn't get the 2 count, so no back points given up. So now 50 seconds, and the score remains Kyle Akins from Buffalo 2, Will Bartisbane of Kent State 1. 3 minutes and 22 seconds of riding time. So pretty much book Kyle Akins for one more point. So now 30 seconds to go in the second period. You really would like to see Bartisbane get the escape here, but he just continues to struggle in this matchup from the bottom position. Akins has just dominated in the top position. Oh, Akins content just to ride the hips here. There's no action from really either wrestler, and no stalling or anything. Now looks for back points, and Bartisbane rolled over for just a split second, but didn't get the 2 count. So the second period ends, and as much as Kyle Akins has controlled this match from the top position, it's only 2-1. So Akins' choice, he'll choose down, and he's guaranteed himself the riding time point with 4 minutes and 2 seconds of riding time. And now Bartisbane looking for back points there. Awfully close, didn't get it. So the scoreboard says 2-1, but you can call it 3-1 because Akins is going to get the riding time point. Well, Bartisbane a little bit high now as Akins is searching to try and come out the bottom. Now Bartisbane stuck on his right hip. He's trying to stretch Akins out, and Akins is trying to pull him through. And now Bartisbane able to settle back. He's still a little bit high. Now he looks power half. Kind of lost it on the right side. He's going to give up a reversal here. You need to see him base out here. You don't want to see him give up any more back points. So a 2-point reversal for Kyle Akins makes it 4-1 with 1 minute, 4 seconds to go, third period. Again, we started at heavyweight. Jake Gunning a 6-2 victory for the Bulls and a 3-0 Buffalo lead as they look to add here in the 125-pound weight class. Now Akins has control of the right leg with his legs. 38 seconds now to go. And Bartisbane's going to have to try something here, but of course you don't want to give up any near fall points because of the potential for the major decision. With the riding time, it's 5-1, 18 seconds to go, as Akins awfully close to the near fall, and a 4-point near fall would make it a major decision. And Bartisbane able to just flatten out here, and a dominant performance from the top position for Kyle Akins of Buffalo, and the Bulls are out to a 6-0 lead. Akins a winner at 125. He improves to 4-2 with a 5-1 victory. So one of our key matchups here, taking place 2 NCAA qualifiers from a year ago for the Kent State Golden Flashes. Anthony Tutelo. Tutelo, the junior from Concord, Ohio, went to Lake Catholic, 14-6 on the season, and he's taking on Brian Lantry. Lantry 16th ranked in the country, 3-2 on the young season. Again, the NCAA qualifier a year ago, Lantry, the redshirt junior from Walworth, New York, went to Wayne High School. Tutelo looking for a rush in there to try and set up a takedown attempt, but Lantry able to get out of it. Now snap down from Lantry, but didn't quite want to engage this early. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, opening period, and we're scoreless. The Buffalo coaches like what they're seeing from the snap down here. They want Lantry to engage on it. He snapped Tutelo down a couple of times, but hasn't gone for a shot. The first shot attempt, a single leg from Tutelo. He lifts it up. Center of the mat, plenty of time. He's got the leg in between his leg, but Lantry able to fight out of it, and he almost gets a takedown, but back to neutral they go. Oh, what a job from Brian Lantry. Tutelo had the leg up in the air, tried to elevate it. Lantry somehow able to get out of it. Now he takes a single leg shot. Whizzer in on the right side from Tutelo. Lantry locks around the waist. And there's a takedown from Brian Lantry. So a single leg attempt, a whizzer thrown in from Tutelo. Lantry came around the waist, locked it up, and now he's got a deep half on the right side. And now trying to stretch Tutelo out. But he's got him flat on the mat. 1 minute to go, opening period. Lantry leading it 2-0. So Buffalo came to wrestle this weekend. They're off to a great start. You got to think wrestling on Friday night helps for the weekend, as Kent State's been idle since DeCliff Keene. So Lantry still working that power half, really stretching out Tutelo now. Now Tutelo able to shake it off, gets to his feet. Now he's got hand control, looking for that escape. 30 seconds to go. Lantry picks him up back down to the mat. Got him in trouble. Tutelo able to get out of it. It's 2-1. Anthony Tutelo with an escape. Almost able to get a reversal there, but came up with the escape instead. And 15 seconds to go. Lantry got 54 seconds of riding time in the opening period after that takedown. So now 5 seconds to go. I think both wrestlers just content to end the first period, and that's how it'll end. So it's 2-1. Lantry with the takedown. Well, Tutelo's choice, he'll choose down. Kent State looking for their first takedown of the duel. We're in the third match, and 0 takedowns for the Golden Flashes thus far. So Tutelo on bottom. He's up on his right for a little tripod action. Lantry inside the right thigh, trying to stretch Tutelo out. And Tutelo taking his time. But Lantry gets him back down to the base, back to the feet. Tutelo goes. Now looking for hand control. Again, Lantry able to bring him back down, locked around the waist. And now he locks up the left leg with his right leg. And now Tutelo again back to his feet. Again, just trying to bide his time here. 1 minute 36 seconds of riding time. 1 minute and 15 seconds remain in the second period. Now Lantry throws a boot in on the left side. Got a little bit off balance. Tutelo used it, but Lantry brings him back down to the mat, looking to flip him over. And Tutelo was on his head there for a second, but able to base out. So we're under a minute in the second period. Still no change, and there's the stalemate. 53 seconds to go, second period. 2 minutes, 2 seconds of riding time for Brian Lantry. So the story of this match has been Buffalo's ability to get the takedown and then control from the top position. And Tutelo quickly to his feet, looking for hand control. Lantry does a nice job of keeping his body weight on Tutelo when he gets to his feet. Yeah, but able to bring him back down again. So frustration continuing for the Golden Flashes from the bottom position with 30 seconds to go in the second period. Tutelo, 5th place at the Navy Classic, going 5-1 this year. Last year won the Navy Classic, also won the Clarion Open, and again the NCAA qualifier a year ago. Now 5 seconds to go in the second period, and another dominant performance from the top position from the Buffalo Bulls 133-pounder Brian Lantry. His choice, third period, he'll go down, leading it 2-1. And a quick move off the whistle from Lantry. He's to his feet, and Tutelo just going to let him go here. He knows he's got to get to work on takedowns. So Lantry, a quick 8-second escape, and now he takes a shot, single leg in deep. Whizzer on the right side from Tutelo. Again, this is very similar to the first takedown. And Tutelo hangs his head. Lantry grabs it. And now he's under the arm, under the chin, looking for takedown back points. Doesn't get anything off of it. Nice job of Tutelo to fight it off. Back to the feet they go. Well, Tutelo needs to get his head out of there. There's a shot attempt from Lantry, nobody home. 1:15 remains. Again, just a 3-1 lead here. A ride time point, call it 4-1. And there's a shot from Tutelo, nobody home. Lantry looking to spin from the top position as he can kind of go into defense mode here a little bit, knowing that Tutelo is going to need 2 takedowns in under a minute. Another shot from Tutelo, but Lantry in good position there. Just keeping his arms and his head in front of him, keeping his legs back, making it very difficult to get in on a shot. Tutelo looks at the scoreboard, sees there's 40 seconds left. Now he knows he's got to get to work. Again, Kent State looking for their first takedown of the match. There's a shot. Single leg head on the outside, crossface from Lantry. And 25 seconds to go. Lantry is content to just stay there and let the time tick away. Now 20 seconds after the stalemate call. Now Tutelo grabbing Lantry. And again, Lantry just going to play defense here, 14 seconds. A 3-1 lead. The ride time, really, it's 4-1. Now there's a shot from Tutelo, but Lantry was ready for it. 5 seconds to go. And it's another decision for Buffalo. And a 4-1 victory for Brian Lantry. So the 16th ranked 133-pounder makes it 9-0 for the Buffalo Bulls. So the Golden Flashes need a spark, and here at 141, it's Tim Rooney, 15-5 on the season. Rooney, the sophomore from Columbus, Ohio, in deep on a shot. Can he get Kent State's first takedown of the day? And he gets it. So it took the fourth matchup of the day for Kent State to get their opening takedown, and it's Tim Rooney, the sophomore from Columbus St. Charles Prep Academy. He was the Mid-American Conference Wrestler of the Week back at the Journeyman Duels. And he just looks so much better this year, moving down from 149 to 141, a much more natural weight class for him. And Rooney's taking on Blake Rattel. Rattel 0-3 on the young season. Rattel, the redshirt junior from Albany, New York, Shaker High School. So Rooney continuing to control from the top position. And Rattel looking to edge closer to the out of bounds right in front of the Buffalo bench. And Rooney doing a nice job just keeping his foot in and letting the seconds tick away here. There's a sit out from Rattel. Nice job to get off the mat. So that'll give him a reset. 1 minute, 47 seconds in the opening period. Tim Rooney for Kent State leading it 2-0. Rooney covers on the right side and does a nice job of, off the whistle, keeping Rattel down on the mat. Now Rooney tries to bring in the far arm, now goes half. Rooney half on the right side as he looks to stretch out Blake Rattel. Now finally Rooney able to break him down, chops the right arm and flattens out Rattel. Be nice to get some bonus points here in the fourth match of the day. Again, we started at heavyweight, and it's been 3 decisions for Buffalo as Kent State has struggled thus far, trailing 9-0. So Tim Rooney, an opening takedown. Now 2 minutes of riding time with just 40 seconds remaining in the opening period. Now Rooney had that right arm chopped down a little bit. Now throws legs in, able to flatten Rattel out. 25 seconds to go, so Good top position ride here for Tim Rooney in the opening period as we're under 20 seconds and a 2-0 lead. Rooney, one of the many academic all-MAC selections a year ago. Kent State, the 4th highest GPA in the country last year as a team. So that ends period number 1. Rattel's choice, he'll choose down. 2 minutes of 43 seconds of riding time in the opening period for Tim Rooney and a 2-0 lead. So again, he'll cover on the right side. There's the whistle and a caution. So caution on Rooney, just his first. And a clean start there. And Rattel sits out. Nice job of Rooney to follow him. Stays in control. Again, Rattel going with that sit out. And the hand fighting begins. Nice job. Used the back pressure. Got to his feet for a second, but Rooney able to bring him back down to the mat. Well, Rooney seems to have figured out Rattel's move here on the sit out, and he's been able to follow and stay in control of the match. 3 minutes, 30 seconds of riding time. So all 4 of the matchups so far have been very similar. Early takedowns and then dominant top position rides through all 4 matchups. And so finally Rooney going to let him go. So Rattel gets the escape. 50 seconds to go in the second period, 2-1. Kent State coaching staff urging Rooney to get one more takedown here in the second period. Only took him 17 seconds in period number 1 to get a takedown. But now as we approach 20 seconds to go second period, it's still just a 2-1 lead for Tim Rooney. So back to the tie-up they go. So the second period ends. And Rooney leading it 2-1. His choice, he'll choose down. Again, Rooney, 3 minutes and 48 seconds of riding time here, so in a good position. Rooney goes sit out off the whistle. And Rooney looking for hand control before he tries to stand up. Back pressure and hand control, the name of the game, trying to sit out to get an escape. Now Rooney gets to his feet. He's out, and there's the escape. 3-1, Tim Rooney leading it. So 1 minute, 30 seconds remain in the matchup here at 141. A must-win for Kent State as they trail Buffalo 9-0 in the Mid-American Conference opener for the Golden Flashes. Kent State leading the all-time series against Buffalo 25-8, and as I mentioned in the open, Kent State's won 12 of the last 13. Buffalo looking to start a win streak of their own. They won last year, and again leading at 9-0 through 3 matches. So no change, 40 seconds to go. Rooney leading at 3-1. Call it 4-1 because you're going to give him the ride time point. He's got that locked up. So Rattel's going to need a 4-point move, a couple of takedowns here with 30 seconds. And there's a shot from Rattel, sprawl from Rooney. He goes underhook on the right side now, brings him down to the mat. And 15 seconds to go. Again, Rooney locking up a front headlock. And he's content just to hang on here. Back down to the mat they go. 3 seconds. And Rattel going to run out of time. It's a 4-1 victory. Got 141 for Tim Rooney, his 16th victory of the year. And Kent State's on the board now, trailing Buffalo 9-3. So now we move to 149 for the Golden Flashes. It's Nick Monaco, the redshirt freshman from Meadville, Pennsylvania. 15-6 on the season. And he is taking on it's Nick Palumbo going for the Buffalo Bulls. They had two guys weigh in, but Palumbo gets the nod. 1 and 2 on the season is Palumbo, the freshman from Andover, New Jersey. Oh, Buffalo weighing into two wrestlers at 149, 165, and 174. We'll see if the strategy changes as the match goes on of who Buffalo wants to send out there. So a couple of freshmen here going at it. Monaco, a 3-time state placer in the state of Pennsylvania. Had a nice weekend at the Navy Classic going 5-1. Again, the difference in how to approach the beginning of the season. You know, Monaco with, this is his 22nd match, and for Palumbo, just his 4th. So we're halfway through the opening period, and no change here. Oh, back to the center they go with no change. Both wrestlers trying to feel each other out, and not even a shot attempt yet, 2 minutes into the match. Again, check out of the tie-up there. Back to the center of the mat they go with 35 seconds. Snap down from Monaco. He continues to stalk. And Monaco's done a nice job. He's pretty much stayed in the center of the ring and just circled. And Palumbo's tried to stay on the outside for most of it. Oh, now 15 seconds to go. Monaco with an underhook on the left side. Now back to just standard tie-up. And again, back to the center they go. A little faint shot attempt from Monaco there. And that's how the first period will end. So no action through the first period. Monaco's choice, he's going to choose down to start period number 2. Oh, Monaco, nice. Really timed up that whistle nice. Got up and got out just 2 seconds as he was able to kind of look like he, you know, took a gamble with the caution there and just tried to time up the whistle and just did it perfectly, and Palumbo wasn't ready for it. So 1-0 Monaco leading it. As the wrestlers battle from the neutral position. Monaco again inside tie, looking for that underhook on the left side. Now digs his forehead into the side of Palumbo's head. 45 seconds into the second period. And Kent State's best start, 6-1 in duels this season. The best start since the 2009-2010 season. And their own lone loss to the second-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes down in Columbus back Thanksgiving weekend. Monaco continuing to work that underhook with his left arm under the right arm of Palumbo. Palumbo really doesn't let, every time Monaco does that, Palumbo seems to want to check out of it. But we're 25 seconds remain in the second period, and still not a lot of action. And the official Kenton Tagliata not pushing the issue with any stall calls. We haven't had one yet. A rarity 4 matches into the duel. So the second period ends, and it's 1-0. Oh, Palumbo's choice. And he chooses neutral. So interesting strategy from Palumbo. He feels confident on his feet. Now he needs a takedown. Didn't want to go down and try and get the escape point to tie it. He just said, screw it. The takedown's going to be needed to win this match. And so he's going for it. Again, Monaco, really good stance. There's a shot from Palumbo. He's in on a single, lifts up the left leg. Monaco continues to fight. Palumbo high on the thigh. And Monaco whizzer on the left side. He's trying to break hamper pressure as Palumbo tries to step over. And he's trying to catch the far ankle. Oh, again, he's high on it. Now steps through. Scramble opportunity for Monaco. He lifts up and he comes out on top with the 2-point takedown. Good scramble there from Nick Monaco. And he was in all kinds of trouble, then just bailed out, went scramble mode, and it's 3-0 lead on a huge takedown halfway through the third period. So what a job from Nick Monaco there, and he was fighting off that single for a while, then just decided to roll through, take it down to the mat, and came out with the takedown, and now Palumbo just kind of laying there. He seems defeated. He thought he could get the takedown. He was unable to do so, and now 25 seconds remain, and he needs to get to work here as Monaco controlling from top in a 3-0 lead. Now Palumbo up, and the stalling count comes, but Monaco smartly knows it's just a warning, so go ahead and give it up. 7 seconds remain. And Monaco is 7 seconds away from his 16th victory of the year. Palumbo to his feet. 5 seconds to go. There's the escape. And runs out of time, so it's a 3-1 victory for Nick Monaco, the redshirt freshman at 149, draws the Golden Flashes to within 3. It's 9-6 Buffalo, and we are halfway through the duel. So for the Golden Flashes, Casey Sparkman takes the mat, the junior from Massillon, Ohio, Massillon Perry High School, 14-7 on the year. And it'll be Eric Fazenat. It's Eric Fazenat for the Buffalo Bulls, 2-3 on the season. So Kent State looking for some fireworks here from Sparkman, one of the elder statesmen on this team, being a junior. So Fazenak, the redshirt freshman from Strongsville, Ohio, went to Parma's Padua Franciscan over on the west side of Cleveland. Now 1 minute, 45 seconds remain, first period. No change here. Oh, each one of these matches has been very similar. Grinded out, low scoring. Takedowns are at a premium here. There's a shot from Sparkman, but just a little bit too far out. And Fazanak breaks out of it, so no score. Now 1 minute, 10 seconds remain, first period. Well, still no change. Sparkman, a little drop step there, tried to get in close, but so now 40 seconds to go in the first period. Sparkman, a second place finish in the Clarion Open, a fourth place finish at the Navy Classic. Led the team a year ago in wins with 26. And he's right up there again this year with 14. Returning NCAA qualifier. 10 seconds to go, first period. And we're scoreless. And that's how it'll end. So Buffalo's choice, Fazanak chooses the down position to start period number 2. And Sparkman covers, and Fazanak does a nice job, got good hand control there, was able to get up and get out, and leads it 1-0. We'll see if Sparkman decides to pick up the pace a little bit here. Looked over in between periods at assistant coach Matt Hill, and Coach Hill urging Sparkman to pick it up a little bit. There's a shot, but Fazanak doing a nice job of not letting Sparkman get in. Well, you can see Fazanak really, he's trying to stay on the outside, but he's reaching from a pretty far distance. That's something you want to take advantage of. If he's going to reach, you just got to lower your level and get in on the shot. Sparkman definitely picking up the pace here from the tie-up. As they're right out of bounds, there's another shot attempt, but Fazanak pushes him out of bounds. And we're going to get a stalling warning on Sparkman for backing off the mat. So 1 minute, 1 second remain, second period. Fazanak from Buffalo leading 1-0, and now a stall warning on Sparkman, which those out-of-bounds stall warnings, as Sparkman's been the aggressor in this match, but just kind of backed out near the out-of-bounds line in front of the scoreboard and got dinged for the warning. So now 20 seconds to go, second period. Again, not a takedown in this match. In fact, I think you can count the takedowns in the entire duel on one hand. 5 seconds to go. There's a shot. Oh, but he's just going to run out of time there. Oh, a nice shot there from Sparkman right at the end of the second period, but just was going to run out of time. Didn't have enough time to complete it. So Sparkman's choice, period 3. He'll go down, trailing 1-0. Riding time not a factor, just 6 seconds. And there's a caution on Sparkman. Tried to time up the whistle, but unlike Monaco, went a little early there. Sparkman does a nice job, times it up there, gets to his feet. Foznack looking to lift, unable to do so, so there's the tie. 1-1, we're even with escapes. And both wrestlers looking for that takedown. Plenty of time, 1 minute 35 seconds to go, third period. There's a shot from Foznack, re-shot from Sparkman. And they both go out of bounds. So 1 minute 25 seconds remain, 1-1. The Buffalo Bulls leading the Golden Flashes 9-6 halfway through the duel. Kent State has to have this one. And now halfway through the third period, still tied at 1. Foznack is definitely waiting on Sparkman to shoot. You can just tell he's on the defensive. So it's important that when Sparkman finally does go for that double, there it is. Foznack again ready for it. Now Foznack sprawling hard, and now he goes underhook on his right side. Now 28 seconds to go. And you could tell Sparkman trying to time up that blast double. Loves that blast double. Now snaps, spins. But he's got to set it up. There's a shot. Single leg attempt. Sparkman wraps around. With 10 seconds to go, there's a takedown. And a 3-1 lead. Sparkman trying to hang on. 3 seconds to go. Out of bounds they go. So finally, nearly 7 minutes of stalking for Casey Sparkman. Finally gets the takedown in the last 10 seconds. And he'll cover with 2 seconds to go. Foznack looking for a switch there, wasn't there. And a 3-1 victory for Casey Sparkman. So the junior's 15th win of the year. And the duel is tied at 9. So we move to 165, the other Massillon Perry High School wrestler. Isaac Bast goes for the Golden Flashes. Bast, the sophomore, 8-9 on the season. And for the Buffalo Bulls, it's Noah Grover, 2-2 on the season. Grover, the freshman from Warsaw, New York. So Bast and Grover. All 6 matches thus far just been decisions. Every match has been close. Could have gone either way. All of them. Again, takedowns hard to come by. So 1 minute into the opening period. We're scoreless here at 165. Grover looking to work, or he's in on a rush in there on the right side, and Bast had to kind of check out of it. Now he takes a shot, single leg, lifts it up, center of the mat. He goes underneath the, it looked like Grover was looking for a broomstick. It wasn't there, and Bast gets the takedown. So Isaac Bast a 2-0 lead, and did a nice job, picked up that single. And then Grover was trying to come up with a broomstick, but it just wasn't there, and that allowed Bast to finish the takedown. So an escape now from Grover makes it 2-1. So 1 minute, 10 seconds. Grover posting on the head of Isaac Bast as they both again work from the tie-ups. Both wrestlers trying to get inside position. Grover snaps down, but nobody home. 43 seconds now to go. Opening period. Fast a 5th place finish at the MAC Championships a year ago. Another academic All-MAC selection. And 2nd place at the Clarion Open a year ago. Now 20 seconds to go. First period. Bass the takedown. And nice high crotch there. Turns into a single. He's got Grover on his right hip. 9 seconds to go. Grover trying to hang on for dear life. Bass trying to come out. Big steps. Needs to get over the right leg. Get the takedown. Just runs out of time. Oh, awfully close to that takedown, but ran out of time. But confidence builds from the native from Massillon. Oh, Bass choice. He'll choose down with the 2-1 lead. And Bass to sit out off the whistle. Trying to feel for that back pressure and hand control. Now he steps up. He's got it. Just needs to cut away. Does so. And it's 3-1 now. Isaac Bass with the escape. A shot from Grover. Bass a good sprawl. Bass has been hanging on the head of Grover, and Grover's been trying to shuck him away. To set up a takedown. Now he pulls on the head. Again, they lock up in the tie-up. Grover grabs the left wrist of Bass. A little throw by there. Now Bass takes a shot. Locks around a double, just couldn't quite lock it up. And back to the feet they go. A good attempt there from Isaac Bass. He just didn't, he was a little too stretched out, couldn't pull in the legs of Grover. And now Grover trying to go underhook on the right side. Wasn't there, so again, back to the tie-ups they go. There's a snap down from Grover. And both wrestlers doing a nice job of continuing to circle. And 25 seconds remain, 2nd period. Bass still leading it 3-1. So Bass posted on the right thigh of Grover there. Tell Grover's trying to go a little under overhook here. Bass keeping his head right in the center. And so action picks up there right at the buzzer. And that ends the 2nd period. So Noah Grover's choice for Buffalo, trailing 3-1. Ride time again, not a factor, just 3 seconds. So we'll start the 3rd period. Oh, Grover got his right leg up the mat, now tripod, both legs up, and does have the hand control. The coaching staff urging him, just let him go. He does so. So 3-2, Bass lead. Again, ride time not a factor, so well, 2 escapes from Grover and that first period takedown from Bass. He looks for another one. He's in on a single. Whizzer in on the left side. Now picks the head, gets the takedown, and it's a 5-2 lead for Isaac Bass. Oh, nice job of Bass. He got in on the low single and caught Grover hanging his head, and Grover knew he was in a little bit of trouble, just decided to give up the takedown. Nice job of Bass to chase there. And Bass going to let him go, makes it 5-3. And now Bass riding time up to 41 seconds, still not a factor. But one more takedown might be able to hold him down. There's a snap, there's a spin. Bass around the back looking for takedown number 3. He needs to lock around, get him down to one leg. He just can't quite do it. Now he's in on a low single. Bass trying to come around. Grover trying to lock through. Bass trying to reach over the other leg. He's got the left leg picked. 20 seconds to go. There's the takedown. Number 3 for Isaac Bass. Stretches the lead to 7-3 with 13 seconds to go. And Bass not done trying to pull in that far wrist. He's looking for a tilt here with 4 seconds to go, but it wasn't there. An impressive performance from Isaac Bass, one of his best of the season, and a 7-3 victory. And the Golden Flashes with their first lead of the afternoon. Well, 3 matches remain, and the Golden Flashes leading it now 12-9. 12 straight points for the Golden Flashes after getting behind 9-0. So we move to 174. For the Golden Flashes, it's a redshirt freshman, Dylan Barrero from Derry, New Hampshire. 14-9 on the season. And he's taking on Ryan Cromer, 0-1 on the year. Just his second match of the season. Cromer, the redshirt junior from Youngstown, New York. Lewis and Porter High School. So 3 matches to go for the Golden Flashes. And they'll turn to a couple of youngsters here in Barrero and McCracken to try and seal this win. Another shot from Cromer. Now underhook from Barrero. Barrero looking knee pick and double underhooks from Cromer right in front of the Buffalo bench. And we're a minute in. A shot, sprawl, out of bounds we go. A good action there from Cromer and Barrero. But no change. Oh, Cromer with definite reach advantage here. Much taller than the Golden Flash 174-pounder. And there's a shot from Cromer and short offense here from Barrero. He's under the chin. Now goes underhook on the right side. Now trying to spin around. Now picks up a leg, but Cromer's length, I think, helps him there as he's able to break free of the grip of Dylan Barrero and still scoreless. 1 minute, 5 seconds remain in the opening period. Again, the Golden Flashes leading Buffalo 12-9. This is Kent State Wrestling live from the Mack Center. Now double underhooks from Barrero with 40 seconds to go. Snaps down, tries to spin around. Again, goes with that front headlock. But needs to bring Cromer down to the mat. Now right in front of the Kent State bench here. They continue to work. 25 seconds to go. Cromer trying to go double underhooks. Barrero overhook on the right side. Let's see if we can get some kind of high crotch action here from Barrero. And instead decide check out, get back to the center of the ring. There's a shot from Cromer with 10 seconds to go in the first period. Good crossface from Barrero. Cromer able to pick it up, but Barrero able to break the grip. And he fights off that last second takedown attempt. And we're scoreless through 1. Every match has been a nail biter here this afternoon. Oh, Cromer set for Buffalo. Barrero to cover. He chooses to cover on the right side. And clean start. Cromer quickly to his feet. Barrero just going to let him go, but Cromer caught him off guard there. So freshman mistake definitely there for Dylan Barrero. He was just going to cut him. But Cromer decided just to turn into him, and instead of getting the escape, he went right in on a takedown attempt and got the reversal. So definite mistake there from Dylan Barrero, costs him 2 points. And we'll get a restart as they went off the mat. Good chop down there from Cromer on the left side, but Barrero gets right back to his base. Barrero to his feet. Good hand control there. Gets out, makes it 2-1. Oh, Barrero needs to get to work now after giving up that reversal. It will be his choice in the third period. And there's a throw out of bounds right in front of both benches. Barrero goes sailing into the Kent State bench. Nick Monaco catches him there. 1 minute, 13 seconds to go, second period. Again, Ryan Cromer with that reversal here in the second period is the difference, leading it 2-1 halfway through the second period. Golden Flash is in action next Saturday, the Cleveland State Open on December 16th. There's a shot, single leg from Barrero. Trips inside, gets the takedown. 40 seconds remain. Cromer quickly back to his feet, though, and Barrero going to let him go, so it's tied at 3. Textbook single leg, went inside trip there and got the takedown from Barrero, but credit Cromer. He knew he was getting taken down, but as soon as he hit the mat, bounced right back up to tie the match at 3. 18 seconds remain. Front headlock from Barrero. Cromer brings him down to his knees with a shot attempt. Now Barrero looking to spin. Gets single leg on the left side, keeping his left leg in bounds. 4 seconds to go. And that's how the second period will end. So good action from Dylan Barrero there at the end of the second period. It's his choice in a 3-3 matchup. He'll choose the down position. Riding time not a factor, just 6 seconds in favor of Cromer. Well, Cromer covers. Barrero quickly to his feet. And Cromer just going to let him go, drop down for a second on the leg, and then just said, you know what? I'm not giving up any kind of stall warning here. Just let him go. So Barrero, the 4-3 lead for Kent State. Cromer has been working from this tie-up, trying to get inside and underhooks. And seems to be looking for some kind of underhook and throw, underhook and trip. But now Barrero can be a little more careful with the 4-3 lead. You'd like to see him get the takedown. Cromer on a double leg attempt. Locks around the waist. Using his length, now wants to trip behind. Can Barrero get out of it? He can. Good scramble there from Dylan Barrero. And fights off the takedown. Oh, has to be frustrating for Cromer. He was in tight. And Barrero now front headlock here. We're halfway through the third period. And, yep, that's stalling on Cromer, backing off the mat there. So just a warning. But Cromer had no choice there. He had nowhere to go but to back up. Gets dinged for the stalling warning. So at one point you think you're getting a takedown to take the lead, and then the next thing you know, you're getting a stall warning off the mat with no takedown. Just frustration for the Buffalo Bull. 45 seconds remain. Barrero leading at 4-3. Again, Barrero working from the front headlock series. Cromer trying to use his length to lock around the waist, but his head's trapped. Now Barrero goes underhook. 30 seconds to go. You got to think Cromer's going to get desperate here at some point. You see him looking for that inside trip from the overhook. Oh, Barrero just needs to capitalize when Cromer gets desperate. There's a throw. Barrero faces in. Good job. 15 seconds to go. Right in front of the Kent State bench. Cromer trying to circle. He's the one out of bounds. And a good snap there. 8 seconds to go. Getting a good stance here, Dylan Barrero. With 4 seconds to go. There's the shot from Cromer. Barrero fights it off in a 4-3 win. Another razor-close victory for the Golden Flashes. The theme of the day, And a 5th straight win for the Golden Flashes, and it's 15-9 Kent State with 2 matches to go. Oh, Mid-America for Colin McCracken. McCracken, the freshman from Waynesburg, Pennsylvania, 6-9 on the season. And he takes on Brett Perry. Brett Perry 4-3 for the Buffalo Bills, the redshirt junior, East Fishkill, New York. So Kent State leading at 15-9. Buffalo opened with 3 straight wins to take the 9-0 lead. And it's been 5 straight Kent State decisions, and they lead it 15-9. McCracken with the snap down. Good pick on right to his back. And Perry able to base out there, but Colin McCracken a takedown and a 2-0 lead. McCracken working a bar on the right side, or I'm sorry, on the left side. He's got control of the wrist. And now trying to settle, but Perry able to get his arm free, and they are just about to go out of bounds, and they do as Perry's right foot hits the gym floor. So McCracken the takedown, 1 minute 52 seconds in the first period as we get the restart here. So a win for McCracken will seal the victory for the Golden Flashes. And yeah, Perry needs this one for Buffalo. We got a key matchup coming up with 2 NCAA qualifiers on deck. And McCracken now picks it up over his shoulder, trying to trip the far leg. Does so, brings Perry back down to the mat. And Perry trying to crawl off the mat there. Good job of McCracken to follow. 1 minute 32 seconds to go, but already 50 seconds of riding time for Colin McCracken. So a nice first period top position ride out from Colin McCracken. McCracken 3-1 at the Journeyman Classic and a 3-2 at the Clarion Open, including a 15-second pin. Obviously the fastest for the Golden Flashes of the year. So again, McCracken just still in control of the top position. Picks up a single. Now trying to trip. Does so. And no count there from official Kent Intagliata there. And again, McCracken continues this impressive first period. Out of bounds they go, 58 seconds. But now 1 minute 25 seconds of riding time for McCracken in the first period. Oh, again, McCracken picks up the leg. He's trying to set, his goal here is just to take McCracken, or take Perry to his back, and he does it. That's what he's been trying to set up the whole time, and does get 2 back points off that. You could tell by the way he was trying to set up the trip from that high single leg that he was trying to get Perry to go down right to his back and catch him. Does so. It's 4-0 with 20 seconds to go in the first period and a 4-0 lead. Well, 3 times McCracken just dropped down to the single, picked it up over his shoulder, and he was trying to catch the trip, catch the head, and get some back points, and finally was able to do so. So the first period ends, and a good first period for Kent State. It's 4-0. Colin McCracken here at 184, and again making his MAC debut. And caution called. Kraken tried to time it up, and he was looking for the chop the left arm on the left side there, and he went a little bit too early. No clean start there. Perry quickly to his feet, but McCracken again with a good break down there. He's inside the right thigh and chopping out on the left side there. Now works a little bit of a half and again able to get Perry flattened onto his back, or onto his belly, excuse me. Now 1:35 remains, second period. And here comes McCracken again with that same thing. And he finally just let the single leg go. And so it is an escape for Brett Perry, his first point of the match. Now he's in on a shot. Lifts up a single. And it's going to be a takedown for Brett Perry. So Perry, nice job there. Just snatched single there. And now he's going to go takedown. So it was 4-3. Let McCracken up, makes it 5-3. Halfway through the second period. But it looks as if Brett Perry's trying to pick up the pace a little bit here, maybe sensing that McCracken spent a lot of energy in that top position ride up. Now, front headlock from McCracken. And another single leg attempt right in front of Buffalo's bench. And Perry picks it up, 40 seconds. McCracken trying to fight, trying to post up. There's a trip, and McCracken scrambles through. It is a takedown, though, and now it's 5-5. So what was once a 4-0 lead and looked like Colin McCracken was in control, once Perry was finally able to escape, it's been back-to-back takedowns to tie it at 5. 15 seconds remain in the second period. You'd love to see McCracken get an escape here. And Perry out of bounds. 10 seconds to go. McCracken will be in the down position. See if he can time this up here. And you can tell definitely some winding going on here for Colin McCracken. He looks tired. Still a whole period remains. McCracken trying to get to his feet. A spiral ride from Perry. Again lifts, brings McCracken down to the mat. So third period, McCracken's choice. 5-5. And optional start here from Perry. He's going to let McCracken go, so now 6-5. Again, McCracken still with 2 minutes and 13 seconds of riding time, so that's important. Now McCracken starting to back up. And no, almost a takedown, but just did go out of bounds. So we'll get a restart just 15 seconds into the third period. Perry is shot. Good sprawl there from McCracken, short front offense here. Back to the feet they go, but McCracken's got to show some offense too. Perry again continues to work, definitely the fresher of the two wrestlers. 6-5 McCracken leads. And finally McCracken dinged for stalling. You knew that was coming. Too much time left in this to be stalling. McCracken needs to stay on the offensive here. There's too much time left just to play defense. Another shot from Perry. He continues to fire away shots. McCracken off the mat, and he's dinged again, and now it's 6-6 with a minute to go. McCracken seems out of gas in the tie matchup. He continues to back up. He's going to get dinged. Now takes a shot attempt. That was important. He needed to do that. Whizzer in from Perry. McCracken trying to pick it up. Perry uses his momentum into him, and he's got a takedown. So now 8-6. 40 seconds to go. 35 seconds to go. 8-6, Perry leads. McCracken will get a point for riding time. So if he can get an escape, he could send this to overtime. But he's got to get up. 23 seconds to go. What a turn of events here. Brett Perry. And now a roll through from McCracken. Perry hanging onto his leg, 10 seconds. He's got to get an escape. Then he gets out, 6 seconds to go. There's the escape, 8-7. And that's how the third period will end. Give the riding time point, makes it 8-8. And Coach Anderson wants to talk score here. Veteran move here for Coach Anderson to check the score and give McCracken a couple of seconds to breathe here As you can tell, McCracken leading 4-0, had almost 3 minutes of riding time, but it's been all Perry since then. A little bit of water there from Colin McCracken, and that was much needed. A little bit of a breather. Perry, definitely the fresher of the two here. 1 minute on the clock, sudden victory. Perry continues to be the aggressor. McCracken trying to post in the head. Perry again takes a shot. Perry in on a single. McCracken down to his hip. Needs to he lifts through. Now ends up on top, 43 seconds. Perry continues to push in here. McCracken picks the far ankle, trying to elevate. Now go crossface here. Got to go crossface here, break the hands and spin around. McCracken's in good position here. Break the hands and spin around, and the stalemate is called. 24 seconds. McCracken wins this for Kent State. They win the duel. Perry wins this. It's a 3-point lead with 1 match to go. McCracken a little half shot. Perry spins around. McCracken is just dog tired. Perry tries to spin around. McCracken hanging on to the far leg. Now Perry lifts up. Both wrestlers scrambling. 10 seconds to go. Perry trying to lock through. Looking for the far leg. 3 seconds to go. Can he get it? 1 second. Runs out of time. Perry had to go full split. And so we'll go 30-second overtimes here. McCracken goes down first. So he'll go down 30 seconds. Then Perry goes down for 30 seconds. Whoever's got the most points after that wins it. If not, we'll go to one more Sun victory. McCracken trying to step up. Rolls through. Good follow from Perry there. 20 seconds to go. Got to get an escape here. Perry able to flatten McCracken out. He just doesn't have anything in the gas tank. So now 10 seconds to go. And McCracken is he's just dogged. He just gassed himself out. Nailed for stalling now. So not only does he not get the escape, gets dinged for stalling. So now trailed 9-8. He's going to have to let him up here. So we got to go neutral here. So he gives up the escape, makes it 10-8. 30 seconds. McCracken needs a takedown to tie. Perry working on a rush and a good defensive offensive stall technique there. 23 seconds to go. Got to take a shot here. Feints at it. Now takes a shot. Nobody home. Perry going to spin around, a roll through. Don't end up on your back. You can't give up a pin here. 10 seconds to go. McCracken trying to fight off his back. He does able to roll through there. Oh, it's a 2-point takedown to make it. That might be a major decision. It was 10-8. Takedown made it 12. I think it's a major decision. I think he got 8 there. It was 10-8. The takedown makes it 12. Was it a 4-point? Was it a 4-point near fall? Well, we move to the final matchup of the night. Kyle Cannell for the Golden Flashes. 8-2 on the season. The junior from Ashtabula's Lakeside, Ohio. He's battling Joe Ariola, 5-4. Both wrestlers NCAA qualifiers. Again, Cannell sitting last season out. So an NCAA qualifier the year before where he went 2-2. Ariola NCAA qualifier a year ago. Was a major decision, 15-13. But Cannell seems determined to get it. He goes double underhooks. Now goes to throw him, but slips out of it. Nice job of Kyle Cannell to face up through. And again goes double underhooks. Ariola locks his double overhooks, trying to clamp down. And Cannell snaps down here. So that was a major decision. It was an 8-point victory. Something you don't see in Sun Victory overtime, a major decision. So Kent State 15, Buffalo 13. So it's pretty simple. Whoever wins this matchup wins the duel for their team. 1 minute, 48 seconds remain. Kyle Cannell has never lost a duel match in his Kent State career. He's 18-0 in duels. Oh, Cannell took the year off last year, but then went to the Fila University Nationals and took a 5th place in freestyle. Not bad for sitting a year out. So halfway through the first period, and we're scoreless. Cannell came out super aggressive to start the matchup, but the pace is slow. Ariola takes a shot. He's got an underhook on the right side. Cannell locks it, gets him down to the mat. See what he does with it. Now he lets it go. Both wrestlers on one knee here. And back to the feet. Ariola, the senior from Oak Park, Illinois, one of the leaders of this team. And trying to give his Buffalo Bulls their 3rd victory of the year, and that would put him off to a 2-0 start in the MAC. And again, Kent State 6-1 on the year. This is their first Mid-American Conference bout. And good circle there from Cannell. Just tried to catch an ankle as Ariola was trying to check out and get back to the center of the ring. 30 seconds. There's a double attempt. Now he locks through. Over underhook there. Cannell lets it go, though. 20 seconds. And Cannell working underhook on the right side, overhook on the left side. Now Ariola goes double underhooks, locks around the waist. Trying to lift Cannell up. Cannell trying to use his momentum. 3 seconds to go, and we're out of bounds with 2 seconds. Well, there's the end of period number 1, scoreless. Ariola's choice for Buffalo. He'll go down. And this is it, 2 periods away. Whoever wins the match wins the duel for their team. Kent State 15, Buffalo 13. This is Kent State Wrestling live from the MAC Center on the Kent State iHeart channel. Now Ariola looks for a reversal, and he gets it. Lifts Cannell up, slams him down to the mat. And now Ariola, 2-0 lead. Oh, Cannell came out guns a-blazing in that first minute of the first period, but definitely has slowed since then. Now trying to break out of it, does so. It's an escape for Kyle Cannell. It's a 2-1 lead for Joe Ariola. Back to the center they go, 30 seconds into the second period. Buffalo started winning the first 3 matches and led 9-0. Kent State came back with 5 straight wins to make it 15-9. But then just a phenomenal performance from Brett Perry at 184 and a major decision in overtime has made the score 15-13. And this matchup between NCAA qualifiers, we wouldn't have it any other way. What a great way to end this duel. Every match has been exciting. No extra points for either team. They've all been decisions, except for the last match, which ended up in a major decision, which could cost Kent State the match. Ariola continuing to lead it. 32 seconds left, second period. And not a lot of action. Here's Ariola. This is how he got his reversal, but locking around the waist. Cannell double over here. He's very comfortable in this position, in a freestyle wrestler. And now 15 seconds to go. Cannell trying to throw him. Ariola just heavy hips there. Now he tries again. Cannell trying to throw. And all kinds of trouble for Cannell. Gives up the takedown with 5 seconds to go. Cannell tried to throw him, and it wasn't there. Kind of tried to force it there, and it's now a 4-1 lead for Ariola as he gets the takedown right before. But now Cannell looks winded. The last 2 wrestlers for Kent State just seemed to be out of gas at the end of the first period. So Cannell's choice, he's wasting no time. He picked neutral, trailing 4-1. But Ariola he seemed content there. Is let Cannell make the mistake and capitalize. That's what a senior does. 30 seconds into the third period. Kyle Cannell for Kent State still trailing 4-1. Kent State needs this match to win the duel. There's a shot. Cannell locks around the waist. A takedown from Kyle Cannell. 4-3. Kent State coaches urging Cannell, you got to let him up. You got to let him go. You're down 4-3. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go. Let him up. You got to let him go. Finally lets him go. Wasted about 15 seconds there. So now Ariola leading at 5-3. I mean, you got to know the situation there. You're down 4-1. You get the takedown. You got to let him up immediately. 50 seconds remain. Cannell trailing by 2. Needs a takedown to tie it. That double leg was there. He's got to go for it. 40 seconds to go. There's the shot. Locks around. Trying to trip through. Ariola trying to throw. Now he's in good position. Take your time here. Trip the far leg. Both wrestlers trying to throw each other. Cannell trying to drag his foot. He's unable to do so. Out of bounds they go. 25 seconds remain. And Cannell tried to drag his leg and keep it in bounds, but Ariola did a nice job of staying on his feet until both wrestlers out of bounds. 25 seconds remain. Cannell checks out. 19 to go. There's a shot. Ariola backs it up, and there's the stall warning. Too little, too late. 10 seconds to go. Now in on a single. Cannell trying to come around. Whizzer in from Ariola. He's got to get his arm free. 5 seconds. Lifts it up. Trying to trip. He's got to stay in bounds, but out of bounds he goes. And Ariola wins the match 5-3. Buffalo's going to win the duel 16-15 in an absolute heartbreaker. Well, Buffalo gets their heart broken on Friday night, losing by criteria to Michigan State at home. But they come back, defeat the Golden Flashes 16-15 in one of the best duels that I've seen in the Mack Center in some time. Back and forth they went. Every match was close. All 10 matches could have went the other way. That Buffalo is going to leave the Mack Center with their second conference victory, the third overall to improve to 3-3. And the Golden Flashes will drop to 6-2, 0-1 in the MAC. And after 12 straight victories for Kent State over Buffalo, it's now back-to-back victories for the Buffalo Bulls. So back and forth they went. It was razor close all afternoon. And these fans treated to, again, one of the best duels that they're going to see. So, again, the final score is Buffalo 16 and the Golden Flashes 15. And it came down to the major decision at 184. A match that goes into double overtime and turns into a major decision. Just something that you probably have never seen and might never see before. So that'll wrap things up from the Mack Center as your Kent State Golden Flashes wrestling team drops a heartbreaker to the Buffalo Bulls 16-15. And we will be back on iHeart on February 9th, the next time Kent State is at home against Old Dominion. 2 matches that weekend. Friday night, February 9th, a 7 o'clock start against ODU. And then on Sunday, 2 p.m., matchup with the rival Central Michigan Chippewas. So Kent State is next in action at the Cleveland State Open this upcoming Saturday at 9 a.m. They'll head to South Beach over the holidays. And then the Virginia Duels January 12th and 13th. Then they're at Ohio, at Oklahoma State, and at Eastern Michigan. So the Road Warriors for the Kent State Golden Flashes over the next couple months. So we will see you back here February 9th. The Mack Center's Kent State hosts Old Dominion. Oh, for Matt Miller, this has been Kent State Wrestling on the Kent State Sports Network.
The following is a message from the Bud Light Party. The Bud Light Party's tackling the issues that other candidates won't dare touch, like small plates. They say they're for sharing. But how can you share if there's less food? Are 8 plates enough for 3 people? Can't we share one big plate? The Bud Light Party supports sharing. Just do it before our plates get any smaller. This message approved by the Bud Light Party. Raise one to right now. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, AB, St. Louis, Missouri.
Catch all your Kent State Golden Flashes action daily in the Daily Record Courier or at recordpub.com. Scores, highlights, and the best of Alan Moff around the horn in KSU sports. Subscribe today at 330-296-8414 or online at recordpub.com.
The Kent State Golden Flashes, this is iHeartRadio.